Hi guys, Legend of All 101 here once again. Bringing you another movie review. This time, Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin. So, the next installment of the Paranormal Activity franchise. Well, before we get into this, remember to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, main two places you're going to find me. Press that notification bell, like, share, subscribe if you like my content. And put them comments in the comment section down below. I love responding to people, man. You know this. Everyone knows I love responding to my people. And tell me you guys think about Paranormal Activity, the franchise in general, because I've never been a big fan of the Paranormal Activity franchise. I was never a fan of that, literally. Just never ever been. Saw the first couple, then zoned out for the rest of them. But yeah, it's Next of Kin 1. This was a good movie. I gotta admit, this was a really good found footage. Paranormal Activity back to form. I even put it on my Twitter. I was like, this back to form. I was like, yo. The other ones I was just like, I think I watched a couple of them and I was like, nah. But yeah, this is crazy. But here we go. Here we go. So, I'm gonna get into this. So, basically, this movie kicks off. And in America, this girl called Margot wants to know about her heritage, you know. So her and her friend Chris gonna make a documentary about her life, her past. They basically go back in time to where her mom comes from. So she said, "Go find the house." Find the relative, because I think she went on the website, found the relative. His name was Samuel, which is related to him. And he goes, yeah, your parents, your family's Amish. And Mom goes, okay, Amish. And then her friends is like, you're Amish, yo. You're Amish. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, guess so. So then they meet up. They go to get their guy. So I can't remember the other guy is, because Chris is the cameraman, and Dale, there you go, he's the sound man. They go get. And this guy's funny, man. This guy is a Michael Jackson spot in the movie, and I was cracking up. I was like, yo, it's funny as heck. But as you know, these kind of movies, and you go to a house with no technology, and all the kind of people, like occult stuff can happen, you know. So apparently Samuel, her relative, blood relative, left the Amish people, apparently. So apparently he went back in there to try and get back into their good graces so they could stay in their house. So where they leave Jacob, who was her mom's dad, Sarah, because her mom's called Sarah. And because she literally realizes that at some point in the movie where her mom literally drove all the way out to somewhere and just left her, just literally for someone to adopt her. So I was like, oh my. So I was like, yo, something creepy. And my mom just looking around like this on the video camera, scared, just frightened. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, okay, Paranormal Activity has just kicked in. And I didn't know this was produced by Jason Blum. I didn't even know Blumhouse was backing this. I was like, what the heck? You got Blumhouse up in here as well in the Paranormal Activity franchise. Wait, let me look at the original Paranormal Activity franchise. I don't think Blumhouse was part of that, was it? No. But yeah, Blumhouse is getting on the action, man. Reinvigorating these franchises, you know what I'm saying? It's been around for a while. That's what he loves doing. So yes, he's got another winner on his hands, because Paranormal Activity Next of Kin is lit. I really like this movie. So let's get back into the plot. Let's do it, shall we? So yeah, so they get there now. They get to the house. Obviously, you know, they're not used to all these strangers walking around just recording their every move. So they're a bit on edge, as you'd expect. The family, even I would be. I'm gonna lie. People walk around your house like recording you every 5 minutes of the day. I'll be kind of like edgy too. I'm gonna lie. So obviously, as you know, weird stuff starts happening. The cattle starts to die off day by day, and they're like, something's happening. They see an abandoned church that they tried to get into, and Jacob stops him. At some point, And you know that church was going to get into come into play at some point. You know it was coming. They sneak out at night from time to time. Little kids are walking around. They literally goes Chris and Margot. They sneak into this little mini ceremony where Jacob and his people are literally just cut a goat. Took a goat out and the goat had 2 heads, and I was like, oh my days, yeah, this is some demonic, this is some cult business, this is some okay, some sacrifice business. That's what I thought. And then they whisper something, and I was like, okay, it's beginning to spread. And I was like, I think they're trying to stop something or contain something, because they at some point Dale, the crazy one, the comedian, he's on a horse, and Samuel's teaching him how to ride horses, stuff like that. So then Dale gets on the horse, and then Margot just slaps the horse on purpose, and then this woman could have killed this man, but he drives around. He's injured later on, but that's a little distraction so they can go to the church and see what's going on in that church. But it's not even a church, it's an altar. This is some demonic looking altar. It's crazy. So then Chris pushes the altar, and there's a massive hole. There's a massive well at the bottom of that altar. Crosses at the bottom of it to stop something from coming up. And I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, it's insane. And Margot, as you'd expect, being one of those people, she is part of a sacrifice type of scenario going right now. She, as Dale and Chris find out, they're not really Amish people at all, because they hitch a ride to town because their van's broken down, yeah, in quotation marks. Obviously they had something to do with it, so they get a ride downtown. This guy drives in there and goes, hey, they're not Amish people, I've been here for 4 years, I know Amish people, they're not Amish. Even the townspeople say, yeah, they're not Amish. And they're like, so who the heck are these people? Then they do some research, see a demon called Asmodeus, and apparently they've been trying to stop this demon for years, putting them in women. You know what I'm saying? They're literally transferring the demon from woman to woman. And I was like, oh my days, because a witch set up like a pact with these people called the White Witch. And it goes from like woman to woman. It looks like a heritage type of thing. So it's obviously a certain lineage that they put Asmodeus in to contain him, to contain the demon. So I was like, okay, and I was like, oh my god, these guys are demons. They was funny. They was like the character. I was like, yo. But then yeah, Margot gets possessed at some point, and then taken down the well. Chris goes down there to go find her, and all chaos breaks loose. So he goes down there because basically Jacob grabs Chris, and Chris literally just throws Jacob down the well because he's like, you don't know what you're doing. So Jacob says, because he's trying to contain this demon, but they see these people are like a massive threat. They're like, hey, these people are sick. Because apparently there's the little clue of in the church, there's little clues, little images of Asmodeus, the actual demon, cattle dying, people killing themselves, or just like killing other people, just going mad. So that's like the precursor of the arrival of Asmodeus. So that's what he brings to, you know what I'm saying, he just brings chaos and depravity. You know what I'm saying? Sodomy, all of that stuff, he brings that. So that's what they were trying, literally the colony, the settlement is trying to stop from putting these women, because that's what they set up years back, 200 years back. Apparently that's how long they've been there, 200 years back. So for something been happening for 200 years, it's still ongoing. So they see a woman who's literally trapped down there, who's possessed. Asmodeus has possessed her body, and that's a woman. I can tell it was a woman. As a woman that I had chained up down there. And Chris breaks Margot out the spell, pushes the witch out of the way. Yeah, he kills the witch. Witch is dead. Does that? Asmodeus kills her. Puts Margot on the harness, puts her up the well, he gets up there and somehow this guy escaped. This guy somehow just survived this movie. I don't know how Chris survived. Chris and Margot survived. Both of them. I don't know how they survived. Especially Chris. But yeah, they literally get chased by Asmodeus in a female form for the longest. She flipping attacks Chris at one point. I thought he was dead. Margot acts her in the neck, throws her down the well, and then he comes back. I don't know if she comes back or what. I think it left her body at that point. I think she was dead. Because at the end of the movie, Samuel, the cops come, they escape. Chris and Margot drive away. And that's the end of their storyline. The police come and they go to apprehend Samuel. So Samuel has been possessed by Asmodeus, so he's free now because Asmodeus was not put into a female body anymore. He was not transferred into the female host, which was being set up by the White Witch. So Asmodeus is free to end the world. At this point, he's loose. He's literally Johan at this point. Anyone who's seen the anime Monster, he's Johan from Monster. Just literally can just make people kill themselves. Bah! He cuts cop. Bah! Drives the cop car at the end. Puts music on. Drives away. So that's the end of the movie, and Asmodeus wins. So Asmodeus is loose to wreak havoc upon planet Earth. So yeah, so that's the end of that movie. Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin, great movie. Hey, I respect this movie. So I want to know what you guys think about this movie, because I liked it. I really liked it. The jump scares, there weren't really any jump scares, to be honest. So which I liked. Well, there was like one jump scare. The little boy when Chris was fixing the generator, but that's about it. Other than that, there weren't any jump scares, which I found surprising for the Paranormal Activity movies. A ton of them in those movies. But yeah, this was solid movie. Great. It was a great build to this movie as well, which I liked. So it was good suspense, great build up, and a good payoff at the end, so which I liked. So yeah, and the way it was shot, it was like, it reminded me of The Last Exorcism, which I love. I one of the great horror movies ever made. The Last Exorcism is how you found footage well. That's one of the classics of the found footage genre. That's really good. That everyone needs to watch. Because if you love this movie or Paranormal franchise, you better watch The Last Exorcism. That's like the pinnacle of found footage movies, like in terms of found footage horror, supernatural horror. But yeah, that's just my take on it. Yeah, go watch it, man. It's really good. Next of Kin, it's a solid installment. I say probably this is probably like the best Paranormal Activity movie. To be honest, to me, this is the best. It's the best one out of the whole lot. To be honest, I never really found the first couple that good. But yeah, this is solid. This is my kind of jam. So yeah. Hey, wherever you are day or night, stay safe out here in these streets. This is Legend of All 101 signing out. And right now, I'm out. Peace.